Hey guys, it's Matt here from the Bull Call, and today we're going to go over Tesla and the long-term outlook that I'm seeing for Tesla. Before we get into the video, guys, I just quickly wanted to say, if you can go down, take 5 seconds out of your day, just click that like and subscribe button. It really helps with the channel so much. I can't stress it enough. Currently, I'm probably on vacation, so this was pre-recorded about about a week or two in advance, so that's probably why you're going to see different time or like a different price than what it would be in a week or two, because Tesla is very volatile, which we'll go over in this video. So yeah, let's get right into Tesla. Let's actually take a look at the 5-minute charts, because why not? So Tesla is right below CCIV right here. We can see right out the gate we had a nice little price movement. We're not going to go over this too long because I know this won't really matter in about a week or two. But we can actually see Apple selling off, SPY selling off. CCIV is actually holding up nicely. What I've seen is CCIV and Tesla actually do move relatively similar. Like if one's up, the other one is normally up. I mean, obviously Tesla is more known, so it'll follow more of the S&P 500 now, especially since it's in the S&P 500. But yeah, these normally follow each other, maybe not exactly by the candle, because you can see this one's green, this one's starting out red. So obviously there's a big difference. This one's a SPAC, and this one's an actual company that has actual sales and actual cars as of now, but CCIV will have cars soon. Tesla is so powerful. It really is. I mean, Musk is one of the greatest minds we've had on this earth for a very long time. He's done so much. He's gotten so much done. And he's gotten two companies, SpaceX and Tesla, from the ground, from basically nothing. And he was almost about to quit one of them and go off and do one. And now he has both these companies that are absolutely annihilating. So let's take a look at the 4-hour charts here. We could see Tesla, obviously we all know, or most of us know, it's hit an all-time high of 900 after it split. It split around it split in September. It split right here. It split right before September and August. It split right around here. We saw this big nice candle open a few days, and then unfortunately I bought a call, which was really stupid, like right here. And then that was just don't buy calls after stock splits unless you buy it literally the day of, because that was a huge mistake I made. Especially with Tesla, these premiums are expensive. If you want to start trading options, I would not recommend Tesla. They are so expensive and not even worth it. But here we are. We could see Tesla's up 4% on the day. We actually broke out of a little supply area, so that's pretty cool. Now it's just become a demand area. We want to see a little bounce off of it. We finally actually broke out of this. It's been a while. It's been almost 2 months since we've even gotten out of this area. Since May. We broke down before in March. March was a nice month, and then we had some beautiful candles in that one day. We went up like $100 in one day, which is insane. It was an insane move for Tesla that one day. It went up like 15% or something like that. It was insane. But again, this is like Bitcoin. I mean, they own Bitcoin, or they did. Tesla did own Bitcoin. I don't know if they still do, but Tesla is so volatile. You have to be so careful owning this one. It could either make or break the future of EV. Tesla already, and this is why it's so highly valued, and everyone's like, oh, the PE ratio and this and that and this and that, of it being too expensive. It's too expensive because people know exactly why. Well, people know that this company is so powerful for the future. The future of cars isn't less efficient. It's more efficient. More efficient to the point where EVs, where you're not even using fossil fuels. I mean, maybe to create the electricity that goes into your car, and that's something we have to fix later on. But at least you're using less from your car. So, I mean, the only other option that I could see is solar-powered cars, and it becomes too much of a problem, because once your car breaks, then I'm sure it would cost even more, and that's the problem right now. We don't have a small enough solar panel that would power a car. It would take weeks to power just your car off a solar panel that can fit on the top of your roof. And I'm talking about one that's like literally built in to your car. I'm not talking about like one that's like sitting up on your car. I'm talking about like one that's like sitting inside your roof that's collecting any power. We just don't have the technology. We don't have the power to suck up all the energy that's coming off the sun and put it into your car immediately. It takes a lot. It really takes a lot to take that. Like, even when you see solar panels on a roof, it's not like you get power instantly. It actually takes time, and it takes a whole bunch of different efforts to just get to the point where you actually can use that electricity. It's not that as easy as it sounds. It's not like photosynthesis where the plant turns that sun energy right into electricity, or like the electricity that the plant can use. It takes a little bit of power. It takes time for solar to really. It takes time and energy, like manual or time. It just really takes time, and so that's the one problem with solar. And could I see Tesla going in that direction? Sure. I obviously not for another few years. Tesla and Elon and Musk are focused more on efficiency and battery efficiency right now, more than anything else. Just like Lucid, they're just focusing on efficiency, because everyone's like, oh, I don't want an electric vehicle because they're not gonna last long. What happens if I lose charge in the middle of nowhere? It's not like a gas station where you'll find a gas station anywhere. And even if you don't like the gas station, you always could fill up even if you're so low. So that's the problem with EVs, and that's what a lot of people think is bad. But when you have 400 miles, like you really can't find an electric vehicle charging place in 400 miles. Or I mean, even if you run down to 100 or 50, I mean, the car's gonna warn you. And the only other thing I can think of is wearing down this battery. That's gonna be a problem. Just like a phone, when you have a phone, like what's the point of buying a new one? Well, for me personally, it's always almost the battery. And sure, you always can replace the battery, but I mean, at that point, I feel like just trading in your old phone and buying a new phone with a new battery with all these new gadgets. Like, I just bought the S21 Plus. I had the S10. The battery was very mid. And now I wanted the 120 hertz screen, and now I have this beautiful phone for much cheaper since I traded in my old one. Now, that's probably what you would do with your Tesla. And I feel like that's the only problem I could see with electric vehicles. I mean, I obviously haven't done a lot of research on how well their batteries hold up for the long term. But other than that, I mean, Tesla is from a stock perspective, very expensive, but very worth it for the long term because of how well they've put themselves out there and how well it's taken off. And it looks so well for the horizons that's coming, that it's almost worth the risk that you're holding on to now. Could this totally go back to $1,000 and beyond? Sure. But it's just very risky. It's just like Bitcoin. You have to have risk management. If you just say, I want all my money in Tesla, like me, Kevin, has done, you have to be acceptant of the risk. He has been holding from 900 to 530, buying more, I'm sure he bought more, buy. Not much, but definitely is buying. He definitely bought on this stock split when it went back down to $300. I mean, that was an insane price. When you think about it now, $300 for Tesla, you're like, please, I really want that price. I mean, it's crazy if you could even get $300 for Tesla. But that's the power of stock movement. This thing can jump, just like Tesla. It can dump and jump so quickly. This thing can lose 10% a day, just like Tesla. I mean, just like Bitcoin, and this thing can gain 10% or more in a day. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. Tesla is a great option for the long term, but you have to keep in mind that it is very, very risky. Would it be something you would hold in a retirement account? Personally, I don't hold any other than the S&P 500 allocation. So I do hold which is the ATF for the S&P 500. Other than that, I do not really own Tesla for my retirement account. But could you hold it for the long term? Totally. I think it's a great option for a long term play that is much more riskier, much more. It could pay out much better, just Tesla and Apple. You saw them last year. Apple grew like 60% because of the stock split, and Tesla grew like 300% or something like that. It had a much higher growth, but it had a lot more risk behind it because this thing. Well, I mean, it was almost one of the Reddit names that we all know about, like GME and AMC. This is like the original meme stock, but it actually became a great company. I could totally see that becoming Lucid, where it becomes a great company off the backing of retail investors, which I hope that's the case, because if that actually does happen, that's perfect and that's exactly what we needed. But this is pretty much it, guys. I mean, Tesla, great company, totally would own it for the long term. Just you have to be very careful about knowing your risk management. If you have a lot of risky stocks, if you own so much in CCIV, I wouldn't split your money half Lucid and half Tesla, or whatever you want to say, 70% Tesla, 30% Lucid. I would not split your money straight into these two companies because they are very, 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 very volatile, especially Tesla. Very expensive right now, very volatile. Please be careful. I mean, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just want you guys to be very careful out here. I mean, the stock market is no joke. I mean, this thing could drop. It could drop quickly. Not saying it will, but it totally can. Just be very careful out there, guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.